Hello and welcome to all you Scorpios. Welcome to this reading. Yes, another reading of the yearly horoscope. In particular for you Scorpios, watch out, of course, the other reading that I did on the yearly horoscopes. You know, it's one video for all the signs, and that's like the biggest, most important information you could say. But this is more what I want to achieve with this video. It's more up to the kind of degrees of your sign. Like the early born Scorpios are going to feel something more than the later born or whatever. So we're going to look at the outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, and so on, and what they're doing with your sign. And if they're doing something that is expansive, that is easy, or that is more challenging. So let's get to it. I'm going to start with Jupiter Uranus in your opposite sign. So yes, for all of you Scorpios, you feel that, and also in 2024, there's going to be a massive highlight on your connections, on your relationships, because of Uranus there in your 7th house. And it's going to be there for, the whole year. And Jupiter is going to be there up until, from January up until the 25th of May. And in particular, we're going to have a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your 7th house. And I think that's the best transit of the whole year. So for you, that opportunity is on a level of relationships. So if you're not in a relationship, this could mean a new one, for sure. If you're in a relationship, this could mean an upgrade. That you're going to do something with your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, that is out of the ordinary. And that is really expansive for both of you. Maybe you're going to leave the country and start a B&B in another country. You know, things like that are very Jupiter-Uranian kind of energies. But let's get more specific to who is going to feel that mostly. You know, with Uranus transiting your 7th house for all of the Scorpios, it's about more honesty, reality, and authenticity when it comes to your connections, for sure. And it's you learning something about your independence and about the independence of others and giving space to others and yourself to develop, for sure. But too many space is the extreme of Uranus, which is not a relationship, which is a breakup, or not even starting one. And the other extreme is being too needy because, you've got Uranus in the 7th house. So you're going to attract people who are very much respecting their individuality anyways. But it's trying to tell you something, right? And Scorpios, sometimes it is forgotten, right? That Scorpios, it is a fixed sign. It doesn't want to go anywhere. When it has something, it wants to keep it. Right? So let's get in a bit more precision here with this Uranus energy. Uranus is going to travel through the sky of the sign of Taurus between 19 and 27 degrees. So if you are a Scorpio rising from 19 to 27 degrees, you're going to feel that Uranus the most, right? If you got your sun sign at those, in degrees, 20 degrees or something, you're going to feel the Uranus very strongly. Some of you already had this energy when they had it, at 0 degrees, 1 degree, 2 degrees, and so on. You already had that lesson, so to speak. So I'm talking about when it's about your sun sign, it's the Scorpios that were born between, let's say, on the 11th of November and onwards. So they will still feel the Uranian, are going to feel the Uranian influence very much. Well, it's not really an influence, it's a reflection. But anyways, what does it mean? It means that if you are in a relationship, it means that this is energy of watch out, don't get in a rut. It's nothing more, nothing less. If you still want the person, if you say, yeah, it's a fairly good relationship, there's a give and a take, and of course, but I love this person, and I think there's more pluses and minuses, watch out here. Because Uranus crossing that descendant means that either something is going to happen that is going to destabilize your relationship in a way. Maybe someone else is going to appear, and you're going to say, whoa, what's going on here? Oh, the grass is greener? What's happening? And it's going to test your relationship. It's nothing more than that. It's, They say it's the home wrecker energy. And to a point, that is true when you are not conscious of what's going on in the relationship. Again, if you're saying, yeah, the relationship is fairly good. If you're saying, no, Veerle, the relationship is a mess, I wanted to break up for many, many years, and then Uranus crosses over, it's going to be easy. It's going to be, well, easy, I mean, it's going to happen very quickly, right? But if you're saying, no, I have fairly, yeah, it's not going to be so peaceful anymore. Now, does it mean that you have to go for that other person? No. It just means you have to investigate and that there's something going on. You're missing novelty in the connection. It's nothing more than that. You know, we all need novelty. Watch the videos of Esther Perel. She's a fellow Belgian. I was so proud that she's Belgian. But anyway, I'm not really, oh, I'm Belgian. But anyway, she's talking about that. That is a Uranian energy. So don't wait until something happens outside of you, but already implement Uranus. In other words, put another log on the fire. Do something with your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse that you've never done before. That is new and that is exciting. And see what happens. Maybe your spouse is going to say, I don't want to. Then, of course, you know what's going on here. And you have to talk about this. And, it takes two to tango. If you are single, this could mean you're going to attract very exciting people in your life because you are wanting to have more excitement in life. And particularly the ones that I just described there, from 19 to 27 degrees of Scorpio. So that could mean someone who comes into your life that's very Uranian. Does it mean short term? Not at all. Not at all. It means different. I know that in the books it is short term and blah, blah, blah. Yes, but that is when you want that. If you want it and if you are also resisting actually the novelty. But when you are conscious of it and you're getting a Uranus transit on your descendant and you're single for many, many years, this could be this U-turn and this shift that is happening for you to get you out of a rut of being single all of the time and now being with another person, which is exciting. On another level, Uranus can mean something that is out of the ordinary, right? So what is that for you? What it is for me, it might be different. For many people, out of the ordinary would be someone who's way younger than you, way older than you, a different culture. What else could it be? Someone who's having a job that requires a lot of traveling. You don't see them a lot, that kind of thing, on and off and on and off. But that's actually good. That's Uranus, which gives you that novelty and so if you're open for the novelty and excitement, I've seen even my own relationship, because this applies also to your sun sign, your moon sign, your ascendant sign. So I remember when I had Uranus in an aspect to my moon, for instance, from the seventh house, I met my current partner. I mean, we've been together for like 26 years. You can't say that is short term, can you? But it's the idea. Our relationship is very Uranian. It's a lot about you do you, I do myself, and when we get together, we're having fun. It's in a nutshell. It's about independence in the relationship, but not too much and not too little. Very, very interesting. I could talk hours about this, but anyway. Then Jupiter goes from the 25th of May into your 8th house, which is your house. So this is good. This is good. This is like expansion in your deep house. The 8th house is a house of life and death. I've seen many people getting children, getting pregnant. Jupiter in the 8th house is like life and death kind of energy. But also on a financial level, your spouse, for instance, could have a raise or a promotion and you're having more money. It could mean also an inheritance, taxes, returns, a lot of trust that you're gaining now from other people, a lot of people that are expressing, Gemini, their appreciation for you. So that's a very nice thing. Now Pluto, let's have a look at some other Scorpios. The ones who've got planets between 0 and 3 degrees of Scorpio. Let's talk to those Scorpios. Of course, if you're a Scorpio, you will feel this as well, but a bit more in detail and a bit more prominent for those who've got those early degrees. And of course, Pluto just went into Aquarius and is going to be in Aquarius in January and up until September. Then it switches into for a couple of months Capricorn again, and then it gets back into it. But bottom line is Pluto is going to square your energy in the 4th house. Square means tension. And of course, you could say it's your ruling planet, right? In the modern astrology, it's your ruler. And it's in that deepest point of your horoscope. So yes, the ones that I just mentioned, so the very early born Scorpios, the Scorpios that are born around and about the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th of October, they're gonna feel this Plutonian vibe a lot. And Pluto is about, I want to transform. And what is it? Your IC, your emotions, your home, your ancestry, your emotional setup. So how you deal with emotions, how you react, how you get triggered. Is that an easy transit? Not at all. Pluto square up to your sun sign, your moon or ascendant. It is a challenge, but as you kind of are already ruled by Pluto, you understand that this needs to happen, that you are ready for this transformation. It's like an old coat. It was a good one. It was a beautiful leather jacket, but it's not working anymore for you. I mean, there's holes in it, and so you need for a new one. But as I said, it's not always easy for a fixed sign to let go of something that you have invested in for such a long time. This could be literally your home that you have to move. Could be literally also your parents, that there's something going on in their life that has a transformative effect on you as well. Whatever it is better to go with the flow. It's better to surrender to what is out of your control and what the universe is trying to say to you. Right? It's also your emotional setup. There are things that are not healthy for you. It's about those things. It's not about the universe going to take away things that are very good for you for your further development. But it's not always easy when you like what is going away from you, right? Whether it is that home that you've always loved, but in the bigger picture, it's not suiting for you anymore. That's not easy to kind of surrender to. So for a lot of you, it could have to also to do with your emotions. As I said, to be more trustful towards your own emotions. It's about a leveling up of your safety that you are giving to yourself. So ultimately, it strengthens you. Of course it will. But that's a process, of course, that many of Scorpios will be experiencing. Neptune is still just like last year in your 5th house. So that is amazing. That is lovely. That is lovely to express yourself. You're having this Neptune support. If you're single, you could meet people who are a bit more Neptunian, who are a bit more in the artistic world, or there's a lot about empathy, soulmate kind of connection that you're feeling. The same for children. If you have them, you could have that connection with them as well. And it all goes quite smoothly. Also to express yourself more, to have fun, do those artistic, Piscean kind of things, to have a good time, whether it is swimming or whether it is going to a restaurant, enjoying a beautiful movie, whatever it is, there is that energy available for sure for the whole year. Saturn is also in that 5th house. So these are like very contradictory energies. We all have that in some area of our life where we have this Neptune, but we also have the Saturn. So the ones who are going to feel Neptune the most are the ones who've got planets between 25 and 29 degrees of Scorpio. So you are going to feel the Neptunian vibes a lot. You're going to feel those vibes of being artistic, creative, having fun, doing a new hobby, whatever. The Saturn energy is going to be felt more but in a protective kind of energy, you could say, in not a negative way, but you're going to feel the Saturnial energy more if you've got planets between 3 and 19 degrees of Scorpio. Then Saturn is trining that energy, which means stability. So it's like either a stability around your children, or you being able to be kind of strict to your children, but not too strict. You know, they are listening, you're disciplining them. And on another level, it's putting structure in the things that you love to do, not too much, not too little. What else is Saturn in the fifth? It's also about you expressing yourself in a very mature way, and so on. So it gives you a sense of stability. It gives you a sense of I can express myself and I can do that in a mature way, and I've got the tools to do it, which is really interesting for sure. So all in all, a very lively year for the Scorpios, and especially with this Pluto there. There's a lot of depth going on for sure, but also a lot of expansiveness on a relationship level and on a level of intimacy. You know, Jupiter on the in the 8th house, I've got to tell that. That's also intimacy, more intimacy, and more like showing your vulnerabilities, which is the hardest thing for a Scorpio. But when it picks out someone selectively and it works out, it's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful, deep, real commitment ever. So have fun with it. Have the best year ever, and see you soon. Bye-bye.